Welcome to the Rise of the Goddess Collective podcast. I'm your host, Michele Julian, and I am your goddess guide. I hope you have been really enjoying the To Tell the Truth series. I know I've been having a wonderful time just sharing my own truth with all of the things that are happening now. I'm in this new evolution and really sinking into writing my novel that is really very exciting. And it can be at times a little bit daunting. So I know that most of us here on this planet Earth want to work with this energy of telling our truth and really considering our audience and having that self-reflection, that self-awareness, and staying in our truth with our authority. This does not mean that gives us permission to be aggressive. It's really a basic process that's naturally here as leaders. You're a leader, I'm a leader, and anyone that is running their own business is leading the way. And so what I wanted to do tonight was actually just tune in to the new moon because it's in Taurus. And the Taurus energy, it's fingertips, man. It's really, I don't know if you're feeling this new moon. I know I have felt it really for the past couple of days before tonight. And it's an internal and an external energy that's like your fingertips, right? Where you have this inner experience day to day. And then you have these opportunities, right? To choose a door that opens to what is possible. And this new moon Taurus practice is going to support that. It's not long, it's pretty straightforward, and we're going to get into a little technique of breathing and working with our breath and working with self-awareness and self-reflection and really kind of processing and practicing that becoming resilient with our authority. If there's anything that we need now more than ever is resilience, right? I mean, it is what it is. The world is elevated in so many ways, but we can harness and cultivate this energy to help us stay in our authority, in our resilience. So let's start with our posture. Let's get right to it. Shoulders are on your body. Head and spine are on top of the shoulders. And you do a body check to the right, come to center, go to the left. You should be able to see your shoulder as you drop your gaze. Now, if you don't see your shoulder, that means you're either leaning too forward or leaning too back, or your head's up or your chin's down. So you really want to get that alignment in your authority. Okay, so let's look at the process. Put your feet on the ground. Tap the feet on the ground so they're grounded and your shoulders are down. Heart is open. Hands come into prayer position. Take a deep breath in and then hold that breath for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is what we call box breathing. All right, so now that you know the technique, we're going to get into the practice. So hands together, and this is a little Reiki activation because you're activating and decoding your own authority. So you're going to tune into that. You can drop the gaze and then come up with the hands. So it's at the top of the head, the crown, and then hands are behind and then to the side. So you cover your ears and you keep breathing, and then your hands are over your face and then down into the throat and then into the heart chakra and then into the solar plexus. And then you just slap your hands, 1, 2, 3, hands come out, and just wiggle the fingers. Okay, you're ready for your guided new moon Taurus energy. So, as the weather is getting warmer and the days are getting longer, we have this extra energy. And let's take that extra energy and set an intention to focus on the adventure of the new moon, the Taurus energy. This could be basically planning a trip or trying something new and exciting. And what I want you to focus on in this new moon Taurus practice is becoming resilient and rooted and grounded in self. Just picture that energy through your whole chakra body and looking around and listening, tuning in to what your environment is telling you. We are not going to use any music because we're just going to tune in to that wisdom energy that's there, that's rooted in self. So, this is a practice of becoming. This is a series that's in the fertile ground of energy. It's the Taurus, the new moon. It's a cosmic moment. And it's calling us back to our roots, our senses, and our unwavering inner calm. Our unwavering inner calm is always within our reach. It's just about creating the space and knowing that even in the middle of the messy and the chaotic, you can too create the inner calm in the messy, in the chaos. Think about that. It's possible. So as we begin to decode what it means for you to become resilient, not by force, but by practice, a practice of compassion, a practice of presence, a practice of self. So the first step is we tune into the body. What is happening in this body, in this present moment? This invites you to slow down. In order to feel into the body, you need to create the space, like I said, in the mess, in the chaos, create the calm. This is everyday life. This is not a spiritual bypass moment where you're going to be in an altered state. You're in the state of now. So with this earth practice, with the Taurus energy, it's not about pushing harder. It's about staying rooted, feet on the ground. When things start to feel chaotic and messy, you can come back to the breath. So this practice of the new moon in Taurus, you can actually practice it every single day, minute by minute. It's just about creating that space and that awareness. So we want to do this, to stay rooted in our bodies, in our values, and our truth. So we're going to begin with 2 prompts. And you are going to listen to these prompts now, and that at a later date, you can write it down now. At a later date, I want you to take the time, either later tonight or tomorrow, to actually write this prompt and answer the prompt. But right now, I want you to just tune in with me and feel how we're opening this door of awareness. The prompt is, what does safety in the body feel like to you? And then the second prompt is, can you soften into that part of yourself you've judged, ignored, or resisted? Becoming resilient is a practice. It's a practice of self-reflection, self-awareness. Resilience is not about being unshaken. It's about returning to center again and again. I know you've heard me say this before. If you're a current client, that it's never a one and done with any of the things to strengthen your resilience and your vibration. There's not a magic bullet. There's no magic pills. There's only a practice and integration day by day. These are things that become habits. And when we have this practice, it's really about owning the parts of you that feel reactive, afraid, or even ashamed, and offering them this space within your self energy. Know, if you've been hearing about self energy and about the internal family systems, no bad parts, practice processes, but this is just a little taste of what I have my own self energy that I've developed since I started using the no bad parts into my practice. And seemingly it's been really, really not only helpful for me and for my family, and my clients. It's really helping with that calm energy, the curious energy, and then you become more confident in that inner leading energy because you are the leader. You are the director of your life. You are writing your story every day. And as we know, the things that we consume, we become. So you can binge watch this over and over again. This is going to help you. So I want you to really stay curious. And I'm going to guide you into this visualization. So I want you to close your eyes, stay in the body, deep breaths, and invite each feeling emotion, whether it's anger or fear or sadness, to sit in a circle with you right now. You can just pick one. I seemingly always have a little anxiety that kind of hovers over me. It's an old programming. So I'm going to sit with that for myself, and you can sit with your emotion. This is your practice for you, and I'm just your guide. So now what I want you to do as you're sitting there is to ask, what do I need to feel safe? Sink into that. Take your time. You don't have to rush. Sometimes you might not know the answer right away, and it comes to you later. Maybe when you take a shower, or maybe when you're going for a walk. This visualization can happen here, now, or later. Repeat that to yourself. What do you need to feel safe? And what do you need to be heard, to feel safe? On to your breath. If you're in a lot of swirling, chaotic thoughts, that's normal. This is the way our brains are wired. They're always thinking, even when we are in our self-reflection practice. Taking another deep breath, repeat this affirmation. I make room for all of me. I lead with self. When you're leaning into your authority and you're excited, it's not about taking over the situation or the room. It's just about owning your own wholeness, of becoming so practiced in your inner listening that your presence leads the way. That's why I'm doing this practice today, because the new moon in Taurus teaches us that strength can be soft, boundaries can be beautiful, and authority can be calm, grounded, even joyful. Another deep breath and just sink into that awareness and self-reflection that your strength can be soft. You don't need to be aggressive. And your boundaries are beautiful. They're not arguments. And that your authority is not bossy. It's calm, grounded, and happy because it's getting its needs met in a loving way, practicing awareness and self-reflection. Okay, for the next reflection, breathing practice, I want you, again, to write this down. If you can't answer the questions today, right at this moment, you can always listen to this on the podcast, on your phone, or YouTube, wherever you listen, Spotify. Where do I shrink my authority? Out of fear of being too much. How many times have you been in a situation and you've stayed silent because you don't want to be too much? Breathe into that and exhale out. The next reflection prompt is, where do I overcompensate because I don't feel enough? We all struggle with this. Doesn't matter how long you've been on this planet Earth and how wise and old you are. This comes and goes. The not feeling enough. It's been programmed into us. And it's our job, it's our authority to take this time to really sink in and reflect this and practice it. So you can let that go and create that new outcome. That's what the new moon is. It's about creating new beginnings and outcomes and understanding yourself even deeper so you can truly live your life on purpose. You have a reason to be here. So now what I want to do is close this ritual intention setting for the Taurus New Moon. I want you to plant your feet and your intentions deep in this visualization of the soil, of your becoming enthusiastic with your authority. So you want to sit in the stillness with your hands in your heart and whisper your intention for this lunar cycle. And you want to ask, how can I embody this through practice and not perfection? I suggest you even light a candle. Seal that intention with a deep breath. And exhale out. And end your new moon practice of resilience with this affirmation. I become resilient by loving every part of me. I lead with self. I am rooted. I am ready. I am becoming. I'm going to say that again. I am becoming resilient by loving every part of me. I lead with self. I am rooted. I am ready, and I am becoming. Even write that on a little sticky note, put it on your computer. Start your morning. Have a wonderful, wonderful new moon in Taurus. Enjoy this beautiful spring. We're finally getting warmer weather. The showers the April showers bring the beautiful flowers. They're bloomed here in the East Coast. Thank you so much. I have so much gratitude for you here listening to my podcast, how it serves you. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your evening. Bye for now. Remember, your activation is all activation.